If you're looking to buy or sell a home in New Jersey, contact our Coldwell Banker office in Wayne at 973-694-8000 or call Tim direct at 973-865-0249. You can also visit his website at www.homesinwaynenj.com. Tim's promise to you and your family is to provide you with exceptional real estate service while always working to exceed your expectations. And remember, at Coldwell Banker, we never stop moving. Are you an expert in your field?
Do you want your voice to be heard?
Maybe you have a great idea for a show but don't know how to do it.
Well, we can make it happen.
Email the New Jersey Podcast Guys at njpodcastguys@gmail.com.
Welcome to the New Jersey Real Estate Show. Now, here are your hosts, Tim Waller and Matt Joseph.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the New Jersey Real Estate Show. I'm Tim Waller, your host, and sitting to my immediate left is my co-host, Matt Joseph.
Hey, Tim.
How you doing today, Matt?
Oh, pretty good.
Matt, please tell everybody what we call you.
The voice of reason.
Yes, he is the voice of reason. Matt, we had to do a little rearrangement of our scheduling, so the segment regarding information every for sale by owner should know that was supposed to air today, November 28th, will now air in two parts. Part 1 airing on December 12th and Part 2 airing on December 19th.
Okay, just in time for the holidays.
Yes. Now that we have that out of the way,
I'm sorry, can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure, absolutely.
Speaking of the holidays, you can all look forward to a special bonus episode coming out around Christmas. Some outtakes from a previous episode that we had.
I think I know what he's referring to, too.
Yes. That it was just a lot of fun because a lot of people don't realize that it is a barrel of monkeys over here.
Yes, it is.
When we do the show, we just pull it together for these segments so that we sound professional.
That's correct. Okay. Well, now that we got that out of the way, we have a great show lined up for the listeners today. Our in-house guest will be discussing with us the importance of using a professional when it comes to cleanouts and cleaning services for all types of New Jersey real estate. Alex Judah is the owner of Fast and Easy Cleanouts and Cleaning Services, and they can make the overwhelming process of removing all kinds of unwanted stuff seem simple. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Oh, you're very welcome, Alex. And Alex, can you please tell our listeners a little bit about you, how you got started in this line of work, and when and why you decided to start your own company?
Before I was working in a cell phone business.
So, as a salesman or?
As a salesperson.
Yeah. And then you got sick of that and you said what? I want to start my own business?
Yes.
And you just said, I want to start a business doing this, or you worked for someone? How'd you get into this in particular?
After that, my friend owned the business doing cleanouts. So,
So you were working with your friend doing cleanouts? I
was working with my friends. It's ridiculous the way the properties were being maintained.
Uh-huh.
All dirty, a lot of garbage. So I'm a neat freak. I like to clean for a living.
So you got a little OCD.
Yes, I got a little OCD.
And so, but that's great for your business. Yeah, exactly. It helps, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so then when did you go from working for your friend to your own business?
Well, it took me about after a year.
Okay, so after a year. And now, are you in competition with your friend, or did you partner up with him?
No, I wasn't in competition. I didn't partner up with him. I would just work with him. But what's crazy about it is, it's the ridiculous prices other companies charge.
Okay.
And people actually call to remove, garbage, and they pay a ridiculous price.
Yeah.
So you felt in order to properly serve the people and do a good job that the only way that was going to happen is by you starting your own company.
Correct.
Okay, that makes
and with
sense.
an affordable price as well,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, everybody's definitely price conscious, that's for sure. So when you clean out a home or a commercial building, do you guys leave it in what they call broom clean condition? In other words,
we make it spotless.
Okay, all right. That's a plus because a lot of other companies, they clean out houses and you go in there and you say, oh, geez, you know what? You gotta come back and make it look right.
Look, what we do exactly, you call us for a clean out.
Right.
We do the clean out and we do a little extra just for the same price.
Right.
So you're not just removing stuff, you're also cleaning any dust and dirt on the floor or anything else. You're making it spick and span.
Of course.
Now, Alex, have you ever come across someone who was a hoarder?
Don't mention that, please.
No.
No,
Mention
we
it.
want to know
wanna
because we watch the TV shows and it's like unbelievable, the stuff.
It's a mess.
Tell us the worst
Story.
example of a hoarder that you've. Come on.
Garages are filled up, attics. There's no space to walk inside the house. I don't know how people live.
So how do you
collecting stuff
how
that.
do you even begin to decipher how you're
Like,
gonna
where do you
get all
start?
this stuff out?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a little mission for me. Once I seen it like that, I have to get rid of everything just to make it empty.
Right. So, okay.
Do you get dumpsters there, or do you have trucks?
Or do you just torch the
Well,
place? That's what I would do.
well, it depends on how much is like stuff there is, and like most cases, like in hoarder houses, of course you need the
What houses? What did you say?
Hoarder houses.
Okay. Hoarder houses. I'm sorry. No, I just.
I'm sorry to wait.
I was like,
that's
no,
all right.
Uh,
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
But in most cases, you do need dumpsters.
Okay.
Now, do you find in those type of houses? I mean, because they don't throw anything out. They don't. I mean, if food cans, dishes,
Yeah.
everything stays. I mean, so you dealing with like a lot of rodents and insects?
It's crazy what I've seen before.
Wow.
I actually seen like a dead, like a bones of a dog.
Oh, wait a minute, that
inside
house-
the shed.
Inside the shed.
Yeah.
It's funny he says that because years ago when I was doing disposition of bank-owned properties, I was up in West Milford, and they always send me to see if the house is vacant or it's occupied. I determined that it was vacant, so they authorized me to go in. This is the bank authorized me to go in. I go in. I mean, you had stuff where I had to cut my way through. I was crawling over boxes. There were two different parts of the house. In the bottom part of the house, now I had another guy with me, and I'm in a suit.
Of course. Yeah.
I finally make my way down to the other section of the house, and inside the cage were bones of a dog. And
In the cage.
in the cage.
Inside the cage.
Oh my
The dog
God.
was left there.
Oh, Fido.
But you want to talk about the baseball card collection in this house? We found a little note, and he had mentioned something about the Pee Wee Reese card is over here. I just said, let's get out of here because this guy may be an axe murderer. I don't want to be caught if something happens. But have you been in houses like that to where it's just overwhelmingly
It's more
bizarre?
than overwhelming. I don't know what to call it. There's no word for that.
Yeah, well, like, all right. So, what's like the most horrifying? Like, what's the one thing that you just couldn't get rid out of your head? Like the most, I don't know, disgusting or horrifying thing.
It's just unsanitary. I don't know how people live like that.
Now, do you guys go in hazmat suits in cases like that?
In most cases, yeah. Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you
it
gotta be-
depends how
you'd
worse
have
it is.
to.
I mean, I'd have an astronaut suit on or something.
Sometimes there's like smell, like as soon as you like step on the property,
Yeah.
you just want to throw up.
Really?
Your guts
and
out,
then you got to
yeah.
go in further into
Yeah.
that smell.
Now, do they have any type of face masks that ward off that type of scent?
Well,
In other words,
not really.
it's a good invention.
Yeah. No, like you like those
smell
pine
roses.
tree
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
and you stick it in the filter.
Correct.
So you're always sucking in something sweet smelling.
Correct.
That's what you should do. Invent that and sell that to other companies like you. Make a couple $1,000,000.
True.
It's a good idea.
We'll draw up a patent, me and you. half
Okay,
and half,
there you go.
50-50.
Oh, when I get left out,
No,
okay.
we should cut him in.
Yeah, it was my idea.
it was
Thank
his
you very
idea.
much.
We'll give him like 5%.
Okay.
As long as you get something out of it.
So, Alex, if you had to come up with one thing that maybe makes you different than the competition, what do you think that is? Doing the job right? Because sometimes people promise, they overpromise and underdeliver. Other people underpromise and overdeliver.
See, I don't consider myself as competition, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because one, I'm reliable, and two, my prices are reasonable. Other people, you call them, they charge you overpriced.
Right.
Especially the economy nowadays. People don't have no jobs and they want something affordable.
Well, the normal clean out, how long do you think that would take?
It all depends how big the project is.
Let's say it's big. but it's not that big. In other words, you got stuff in every room, and it's a 5-room house.
You can say maybe about like a whole day.
A whole day?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do? You go in there with a crew?
I go in with me and my crew.
Okay. And in some cases, do you pay your crew hazardous duty pay?
Well, in some cases, yeah. In some cases, no. It all depends.
Now, have you ever gone into places where you found something that...
I found like a couple like documents or any jewelry or anything like that.
Right.
Whoever I'm working for,
Whoever contracted you.
Yeah, whoever contracted me, I always give it back to them.
That's phenomenal. That's really, really...
It's very honest.
Yes.
And uncommonly honest.
Yes. And people, I bet, appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you know what? When you do what's right for people, I believe that people will say nice things about you and inevitably lead to more business, and that business, more business than you probably would have had if not being honest.
How I treat my business and how I treat my clients is the same way I like to be treated.
Yeah.
So you live by that golden rule: do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. You listening to that, Matt?
Of course I do.
I'll write it down.
Okay, please do. 100 times.
But the only reason why, like, I started to clean houses because, especially hoarder houses, like, there's a lot of junk. It brings the value of the property down. So once you go clean it out, like, the neighbors are happy, the value of the property goes up. Like, everybody's happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, that makes sense because when you go into a house and there's stuff all over the place. I mean, there's things piled all over the place, and then you take a guy like Alex and his company, they go in and they clean it out. Right away, it looks different.
Right.
And you're saying, wow, you know what? They probably can get more money for this. So, yeah, there's truth in that. I believe in that. Absolutely.
Have you ever cleaned out? I remember I was watching that show Hoarders once, and there was this house. It was just such a mess. They started removing stuff and like literally would fall through the floor because the whatever was on top of it had just, either just
deteriorated.
Either I can't remember what it was exactly, but either water had pooled right, underneath it or right around the base of it and just rotted through the floor.
Wow.
And so they went to move it, and just the slight, moving stuff off of it, just the vibrations or whatever, like the guy almost fell into the basement.
That is very dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, do you have things like that happen? Have you ever gone to a place that was in that bad a shape?
To be honest with you, yeah.
Really? And what was it like? So how bad a shape was it? Like, how did you discover? Did you discover it by accident, or did you know ahead of time that it was in bad shape?
Well, you can tell by once you walk inside the property, like the floors and stuff, because like over a period of time, whatever you collect in like the garbage and stuff like that, it kind of like eats it, like termites.
Right.
You know how they basically it's almost the same.
Yeah.
The same concept.
So you can see that usually, or you can feel it from walking on it. Like, is it softer? Is the floor like have a little give to it or something?
Yeah, it gives you like a little give. Like, it's very hard to explain that, but once you walk inside of it, you can feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do in that case? Like, what do you have to do to clean out when the floors are gonna fall through?
Well, in some cases, like, I'm a little OD overweight. I just get somebody that's a little thinner, just to be careful.
It's like walking on thin ice.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Just send a skinny guy in there.
Yeah.
But what if you can't? I mean, he's got to go in there and get something that's 100 pounds. Now he's 100 pounds heavier coming out.
No, most of the time, like in areas like those, I try not to do it because my guys can get hurt, even though I got insurance.
Yep.
Like, if they want me to do anything extra to like board up the floors, then from there, like, I can board them up, make sure they're sturdy, so me and my crew can, get the job done.
All right. So you'll like stabilize everything.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Have you ever run into any kind of situation where there were abandoned pets at the property?
Well, to be honest with you, honestly, no. To be honest with you.
That's good.
Yeah. I was afraid of the answer.
Well, that's all right. Well, listen, I just got the high sign from Peter Cornell, our engineer, that we've reached the midpoint of our show, and we'll be back after a few words from our sponsors.
The New Jersey Real Estate Show is brought to you by the law offices of Joseph C. Petriello, located in Wayne, New Jersey. To contact them, call 973-890-7262. That's 973-890-7262. Are you purchasing or refinancing a home? Do you need a free same-day pre-approval? Then call Dean Scaduto from Coldwell Banker Home Loans at 201-322-3456. That's 201-322-3456.
Welcome back to the New Jersey Real Estate Show. During the break, we were discussing what to do with vacant homes when maybe the grass is too high or the snow is too deep.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
So, Alex, do you do, so let's say you have a client, the house is vacant, they live out of state, and it's the winter months, and we're getting snowfall. Do you do property preservation to where you'll put that on a maintenance schedule that if it snows, you're going to clean the driveway and the walkways and sidewalks?
Of course, because whoever's like walking through that area can get hurt.
It's liable.
Yeah.
Okay, and the same thing as far as if the grass needs to be cut?
Of course.
You guys will take care of that. So the home a lot of times if you don't, the homeowner gets fined.
Right. Because depending on the city, well, mostly all cities and all towns will fine you for it.
That's correct.
Because it can be like animals hiding in the grass and bushes.
Now, in the years you've been doing this, tell us some of the most interesting items you found.
Where in the grass?
Hey, the grass or the house.
Found a person in the grass.
Yeah, wherever it may be.
You'd be surprised, man. People it's like a jungle out there. You find anything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because sometimes the grass is really high, right?
It's really high.
Yeah.
And it's no good. Any I found one time I'm gonna say a whole family of raccoons.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't attack you, did they?
They didn't attack me, but you got to be careful because, any property, if the grass is too high, they can hide in it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then from there, if nobody's maintaining the property, it can go to the neighbor.
Correct.
And God forbid, if they have kids, the raccoon scratches or bites.
Or they got rabies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep,
So you just got to be careful.
Well, inside, when you were cleaning out houses, have you ever come across anything really bizarre?
Bizarre in what way?
Just something that you wouldn't expect to find.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have it in your house like that. So what did you come up with anything that you wouldn't have in your house?
Let's just say a Mark Twain book collection or something like that. Something
that's not bizarre.
My definition of bizarre is different than yours.
Yeah.
Well, there was a time, I was cleaning a whole house in the basement. I found I think this guy that it was a estate sale I did. He passed away. He was a state trooper,
right,
for New Jersey. Mm-hmm. All I found was a lot of guns down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you have to do? Turn them in?
I called the city, and the city came to confiscated everything.
Wow. So it was a lot.
It was a lot. He was probably
a lot.
A lot.
Over 10,
AK-47s, stuff like that.
Well,
he was a collector.
He was a collector.
Yeah. I actually, and this might be another show, but I was looking at properties in Baltimore one time.
Right.
And it was the garage was behind the house, and then you came to it off of an alleyway, that type of setup. And so it was separated from the house by maybe 5 or 6 feet, and it had a little staircase that went up to the roof of the garage. It was a one-car garage, small little cement thing. So just for the hell of it, I'm let me see we'll go up here on the roof and get a view of the beautiful city. It's not a beautiful city. And as soon as I come up to the top, as soon as my head goes above the roof, I see sitting right in front of me, an artillery shell.
Wow.
This long. I mean, I don't know what.
And it was live. It was a live round?
No, they unscrewed it. But it was rusted. I mean, it had been there. And I was what the hell? And as soon as I saw it wasn't live, I was I'm going to take this. So I took it. It was heavy, man.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, and that house was interesting because it looked like the people just literally up and left. There was half-eaten McDonald's on the table.
So, in other words, they left in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that type of deal.
So, that's something weird that I saw was an artillery shell, which I didn't expect to find.
In every house, you find something different. Everybody's different, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever come across a house that was infested with bats?
Not with bats, but like, some big roaches.
Big roaches.
Yeah, like Kit Kat.
Like New York City style roaches?
Say something like that.
The kind that fit in a taco shell. Yeah, so no bats. Rats, I'm sure you've got
A lot of rats. New York City size.
Yeah, big ones.
I guess in your business, someone's junk is someone else's treasure.
Yeah.
True.
Right?
Sure. See, mostly because thank God I get busy a lot, like mostly I find a lot of good stuff. So what I do with it, I donate it to Goodwill.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a good cause.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Other people with other like clean out companies, what they do, they sell it. But why sell it? I'm getting paid for this job. With
Right.
the extra money, at least if you're gonna sell it, donate it.
And if the owner doesn't want it back, it's a good cause.
You are too honest to be in this state, my
You gotta
friend.
do it.
Good for you.
You have
Good
to
for
do what you
you.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But I'm sure you get a lot of business just from word of mouth because of your reputation.
No, of course. Mostly all referrals.
Yeah.
All referrals.
But that's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Good.
That's a real good. That's really good.
and I'm sorry if we're repeating something here. Did you say where you're operating out of?
Well, I'm operating my offices in Clifton. Yeah.
But you'll go anywhere.
I go anywhere, all over New Jersey.
You hear that, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Alex
All
will
over.
travel all over New Jersey.
Even
and
to
if he
South
finds
Jersey.
anything of value, it will be returned to you.
Yeah, so you can, you're not only are you a guy that does clean out, but you're also kind of a treasure hunter for these people. Because they never would have found these things on their own, because they probably would have hired somebody else who probably would steal these good things and try to sell them. You're returning them to the rightful owners who had probably no idea that they existed because, if their mother was
Sure.
a hoarder, they have no idea what's under all those newspapers. So you discover it. And then, so not only are you cleaning out their house, but you are also saying, oh, by the way, here's a solid gold toilet that was under all these newspapers. And
what gold goes for per ounce.
yeah, I mean, that's an
toilet's
expensive
worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Whoever I'm doing the work for, the contractor that gave me, the business to clean
Right.
out the house. So some things like I show to them, it's in good condition, be like, oh, get rid of everything. So some items I keep. Most of the items, like I said, I give to Goodwill.
Good.
Right. What do you think the most difficult job was that you ever encountered? And how long did it take?
Well, to be honest with you, I try not to make it difficult. I try to make it easy, and make it fast. And by the,
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Fast and easy.
That's me. I try to make
I thought-
life
I
fast.
thought
That's
that-
on your card.
I thought that name sounded familiar. All right, cool. Alex, if people want to reach you, what's the best way for them to contact you?
They can give me a call. My number is 862-247-3596. They can also email me at fastandeasycleanouts@yahoo.com.
Clean out.
Clean out.
Yeah, and
Yeah, one clean out.
again, that's Alex, 862-247-3596.
And the email
Email?
address is fastandeasycleanout, one out, @yahoo.com.
So they put it as.
Very good.
They got it right here.
All right.
Well, it looks like we've reached the end of another great episode. Alex, it was a pleasure having you on the show today. We thank you for your valued time and sharing your expertise with us. Well, listen, make sure you tune in to the New Jersey Real Estate Show next week as we have a very, very special in-house guest who will discuss mortgages, current interest rates, and what impact, if any, the presidential election will have on the future of mortgage rates going forward. This highly energized and dynamic individual defines the meaning of the entrepreneurial spirit and is truly an innovator in the mortgage industry. Our guest will be Nick Marinowski from Get a Rate Mortgage, and he'll be here live in studio with us next week. As always, we thank you for listening to the New Jersey Real Estate Show. I thank my co-host, Matt Josephs.
You're welcome,
Our
Nick.
engineer, Peter Cornell. And I leave you with this quote: "Let the fear and pain of losing inspire and motivate you to keep winning." Stay safe, my friends.